it's me, Naturally Stacey Stace. Welcome back to my channel. This video that I'm doing today is about my gut health. At the moment I say at the moment because I'm hoping it will one day be sorted, but at the moment I have a problem with my gut and digestion. I can't have gluten, dairy, sugar, certain oils I can't have, certain fruits I can't have, and even vegetables. There's certain vegetables I can't have. I am currently seeing a naturopath slash herbalist slash life coach whatever about this gut health problem that I have, who has been making herbs for me and providing me with natural supplements. I do like to keep things natural, as natural as possible, even with like things I use in my hair or on my body. I try my best to keep it natural. So in this video I just wanted to explain what's going on with my gut health and give you like a backstory as well, building up to what I think kind of caused all my gut problems. So starting from when I was little, as in under 10, my diet was poor, like really bad. I just used to live off of like rice and butter, rice and ketchup sandwiches, cereals. I liked fruit and I'd have a little bit of veg, but I didn't even like potatoes. The veg would probably be like sweet corn. So my diet was really bad when I was little. Thinking back to when I was little, the one thing that I noticed was that I used to have a problem with apples when I was little. I used to get like a pain in my stomach, and I always used to just think to myself, oh, it's because the apple is big and I'm little, so maybe it's, you know, too much for me and it's giving me a stomach ache. And it's only now that it's kind of occurred to me that it's probably my stomach that couldn't digest that thicker skin on the apples, as well as the acidity of those Granny Smith apples, and obviously that affected my stomach. So I don't really eat apples anymore. To be honest, I don't eat apples at all anymore because it just affects my stomach. In secondary school, my diet was probably even worse because I would just eat what they would give us to eat, which was like basically every day it was a chicken burger or a hamburger with chips and yogurt, fizzy drink. They used to do these banging chocolate filled donuts. Oh my gosh, they're so amazing, in my school. And so I used to have that every day as well. So my diet in school was just really, really bad. And then I started to get spots on my face, and I used to have these really dry, scabby spots on my forehead. That at the time I just kind of thought it was just like normal acne, but it's only recently, probably like a couple of months ago, I started going crazy with potatoes, eating white potato, sweet potato every day, like both of them, a sweet potato and a white potato, every single day. And I started getting the spots back on my forehead, dry, scabby ones. So it just occurred to me that that's probably why I had those spots when I was younger. So all those spots that I had when I was younger were to do with food intolerances. And I also used to have little white pus spots on my forehead, and I still get that now if I have dairy or like whey, which is dairy as well, I guess. So as I said, my diet was just really bad when I was younger. In my early 20s I started getting dizziness. I just woke up one day, I was ill, and like 2 days later I was ill with kind of like the flu, but it wasn't flu, it was just stress. And I just woke up one day with dizziness and just constantly had dizziness every day, just out of the blue. I went to the doctor, they referred me to a neurologist, and who said that I had, can't remember what it's called, but the benign labyrinthitis thing. And yeah, so I just always had dizziness just every day, all the time, and then I started getting bloating in my stomach as well. Then I was studying, I was doing a degree. I think all my problems became worse with my gut health. So I started losing weight because I was always so focused on my studying. I would have breakfast and then not have lunch, and that was like every day, but it was always because I was so focused on writing my assignments and I didn't want to forget what I was writing, so I would say, oh, I'll just eat in a minute, let me just quickly finish writing this up, and then next one I know is like 1 or 2 hours later, and I would just think, oh, forget about lunch, then I'll just have dinner, or I'd probably just snack on something rubbish like biscuits or crisps. I started to lose weight, and I didn't notice that at first. It was other people that just kept saying to me, oh, you're so skinny, getting on my nerves, to be honest. Because I didn't notice that I was losing weight, because obviously I see myself every day. So after probably like a year of people saying that to me, I just thought, okay, let me weigh myself. And it turned out that I had lost quite a lot of weight. So I then started overeating. I made like a meal plan, looked at how many calories I was eating before, which wasn't a lot, and as I said, I started overeating. Started putting cheese on everything, started having like 2 bagels a day with cheese and sausage inside, or cheese and fried ham inside. I would have 2 chicken wraps with chips. I would have fruit. But I would also have like cookies, mini cookies, biscuits and hot chocolate. Like, I was just eating whatever I could to overeat, to put my weight back on, and I did put weight back on. But then I think because of all of that, I think that's where my gut problem became worse. So like I said, I had dizziness every day, bloating all the time, painful bloating, and then I started a job, and one of the girls that was working there, I think I had dizziness, and I was sitting in the kitchen and she came in and asked me what was wrong. So I just explained to her I'm having dizziness and blah blah blah, and she mentioned that she gets the same thing, but hers is caused by gluten. Have I ever looked into gluten, that maybe it's gluten related? So I said to her, well, I did think that I had a problem with protein. And so she said, well, you know, gluten's a type of protein. She had cut it out, so she just suggested that I try cutting it out and just to see what happened. So that's what I did. Just for 1 week, I cut out gluten, and my dizziness improved so much. I still had dizziness, but it was nowhere near as bad as it was. And the bloating, I think the bloating went down, I can't really remember. And so obviously I then decided I wouldn't have gluten anymore. Then I was having Chinese one day, and all of a sudden I just became really, really dizzy, and my stomach was going round and I was feeling a bit hot and sweaty, and that's when I realised that I couldn't have soy sauce. So I had then spoken to GPs, but they're unhelpful, to be honest. I could do another video just on GP's unhelpfulness towards stomach problems. So then I came across this lady who looks into food intolerances, and she does this, I think it's bioresonance something, I can't remember what it's called. And I went to see her to be tested for food intolerances. And basically what she tested me for, there was I think it's 150 different things that they test you for, or if it's not 150, it's 100. And that includes, you know, you've got your meat, dairy, veg, what do you call it? You've got your vitamins and minerals, what do you call this thing now? Like washing powders and things that you use on your body. And basically, the first person I saw was not the lady who who runs the place. So this first lady, she tested me and basically crossed off everything on the fruit list, and everything in dairy. Yeah, so she basically just told me what I could have and what I couldn't have, and a lot of the things that she said I couldn't have, I had already started cutting out anyway, because I noticed that I was always being affected by those things. So even sugar is really bad for me. When I have sugar or anything with sugar in it, or palm oil, even using products on my skin that have things that I'm intolerant to, causes the same reaction. I get dizziness, bloating, nausea, sweating, like I sweat like crazy. I just all of a sudden start feeling really, really hot, and sometimes I get palpitations as well. So then I started seeing the main lady who owns the Food Allergy Clinic, and I saw her for another few times. She was giving me supplements and things to take. I'm not going to go into detail about the things that I was given to take, like supplements and things like that. I think I'll do that in another video, otherwise this video will be too long. She said that I should have a stool sample, which at first I didn't want to do because it's money, but in the end I did that. And after seeing her probably 3 times in the space of a year, she then said to me that she couldn't really help me. My case was too complicated, which it is. So she then suggested that I saw someone that she knows who's a herbalist, who is the person that I'm with now. Her name is Clare Smith, and I will leave her information in the description box if anybody needs any help. She's a naturopath, herbalist, life coach, other things as well. And so she's been giving me herbs to take and telling me what supplements to take. I did a hair test and a blood test with her and found out all these extra things about my gut that I didn't know before. Because of Claire, I found out that I have Hashimoto's disease, which is a type of hypothyroidism that can cause food intolerances. I had found out probably 3 years ago, I think, that I had, maybe a bit longer than that I had hypothyroidism, and I take tablets for that. But the Hashimoto's part I didn't know until I did the test with Claire. So from the stool sample, the hair test and the blood test that I had done with Claire, the stool sample was done with the other lady whose name was Kate. From those tests I found out that I have a lot of bacterial overgrowth in my stomach, a high level of toxins in my stomach, such as arsenic, and all of these things and other things as well. They're also contributing to me having a low immune system. So there's a lot of things going on with my gut health that Claire is helping me with. I've been seeing Claire for 6 months, I think. Yeah, just over 6 months now. And she's been giving me herbs and supplements. So I do need to take another hair test and I think blood test with her to see if there's any difference in regards to my gut health and what she's been giving me to take for my gut health to improve it. So on my channel, in regards to diet, I will be doing videos on things that I eat, things that I'm taking for my stomach. Yeah, I'll do a few cooking videos. I'm not the best cook, so copy me at your own risk. I'll also be doing a video on skin and how like this gut problem affects my skin and the products that I have to use on my skin. And as I said, I think I'll do a separate video to show you what I've actually been taking from when I first saw the first person that I saw for the first food intolerance test. I wanted to do this video to help other people who may have gut problems, who may be having similar things like bloating and dizziness and they don't know why. I'm not really sure what I spoke about in this video, to be honest, so if you have any questions, you know, just put them in the comment section and I'll answer them for you. As I said, Claire's information is in the description box. Go to her Facebook page to find out how and if she can help you. She's really nice. She's based in Harrogate, I think. I'm not. So we have telephone appointments and video chats, video appointments as well. So don't worry if you're not in her area, she can still help you. So as I said, I will try and keep you guys updated as much as I can on my gut health. Please like, comment and subscribe and turn on your notifications, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.